Good morning. It is such a gorgeous day out. I have a whole package of seeds and I am going to head out to the garden and I want to plant all of these. I want to take you along with me and I'm going to be planting a whole lot extra of one thing in particular because for like a month our grocery store section of one thing has been completely empty, like nothing there. So I'm planting extra of um, something. I'm going to take you along so you can see what that is. And I'm also going to check my sweet potatoes. In theory, they should be ready to pull. So I'm going to check those sweet potatoes too and a few other cool things. So let's get going. Alright guys, so here's my one little sweet potato bed. That's all that I planted of sweet potatoes this year because I didn't save a lot of space to plant them. But we are going to pull those up, or well, we're going to check on them at least and see. And here are my beans, and they have pretty much quit producing, and I really just need this spot for peas. So I'm going to pull those up. And as much as I hate to do it, I do have a few, you can see in here, some green tomatoes here and there, and some random tomatoes tucked in here and there. I may save like 2 plants. There's like 16 I think in here. I may save a plant or 2 that looks like it's still the healthiest, but for the most part it has been down in the 40s here at night, and we've had excessive amounts of rain the week before, so it has really just kind of did my tomatoes in. I mean, I have some green tomatoes here, if you can see them in there. I have a few here and there. And then all of these big things here, like this. That is all basil, so I want to put my girls to work harvesting all those basil leaves so we can get those in the dehydrator. But all of this is going to be coming out. I'm going to be planting peas, all sorts of stuff. I probably have enough beans mixed in here, like right there, if you can see those. I've got some beans here and there. I'll grab those as I go. Probably have enough to make one last fresh thing of green beans for like supper tonight or something. Have some corn mixed in with my carrots here. My carrots are doing really good. Everything's weedy because it has rained nonstop. Have my fall corn starting to tassel. Lots of weeds, but it'll be okay. We have potato plants here, if you can see those. Those are doing actually pretty well. So it may not look like a lot because these plants do look very dead, but they actually have quite a bit of beans on them. And I can cook these up for the next day or two. They're not enough to can or anything like that, but I have so many cans of, I've canned so many beans. I was telling somebody the other day, I'm really just over canning green beans. So these will either get eaten or frozen because I really can't afford to waste any more of my jars for beans when I have so many other things still that are going to need to be canned, like potatoes and other things. So carrots. Okay. Oh, down here we have onions too. I didn't talk about this bed of onions. Okay, here's quite a few beans. So I was thinking about while I'm pulling all this stuff up, it makes me so sad when I start ripping out my summer garden stuff. I don't know why, but it just is so hard for me to actually get the motivation to come out here and tear it all up. And you know, you put all this work into doing something and it looks so pretty. Really, this is not even looking that pretty. It's like past its prime, but it's still getting to see the finished work of your hands, I guess. Maybe that makes me so sad about having to pull it all up. And reminds me of, but I know if I'll just get in here and pull it up, even though it's going to look kind of sad and it will look like there's nothing going on for a few weeks, even though there actually will be, because I'm going to put seeds immediately back in the ground. I don't know, it feels kind of, that in-between time, it makes me sad when there's not, it seems like there's, when I look out the window, I don't see anything to, any fruits of my labor, I guess, because nothing's really started to grow back yet. And it reminds me of kind of like, I tend to be the same way with anything in life. Like if I put my hands to something and work really hard at it, and I see the fruit of it, or something that you've worked on for years, it'd be very hard to just let that go and start all over again. But if you don't let go of it and start all over again, then you'll never get to reap new fruit, right? So I mean, I could leave this stuff here, but I wouldn't get a fall harvest, right? I wouldn't get a winter harvest. So it kind of takes the going through that sort of dry looking spell when it appears that there's nothing there, nothing growing, to actually be able to harvest more in life. And that is a really hard lesson for me. I've been going through some really transitional phases in life this last year and a half, and it's been really hard to just let some things and seasons in life go, because they're things that anytime I do anything, I tend to really try to lean into it and put my whole heart into it. And I guess in my own mind, I just expect those things to go on forever. But while I'm pulling this garden out, it's a good reminder to myself that it's okay. It's okay to let the old things go so that I can reap the rewards of something beautiful and good. So, yeah, I'm going to keep tearing these out. We're getting closer to having this torn out, and then I'm going to check on my sweet potatoes, which are right here actually. The stuff that's on these vines, some of this is sweet potato vines. They've grown up and intermingled in with my green beans. But yeah, so we'll get this pulled up and then we'll do our sweet potatoes next. Okay guys, so I have everything pulled up, all of my vines pulled up from my sweet potato bed here. So it is time to see what happened. I'm pretty excited about this because I love sweet potatoes so much. So let's check it out and see. I think I'll just sit you guys down here. Let's see. Maybe sit you down there. And let's start to dig around here and see what we can find. I know there's a root right here. Down in here. Let's see where we can find some potatoes. I know I see a big one right here. Oh my gosh, guys. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited about this. You just don't understand how excited I am. Alright, let me move you over here so you can see where I'm. Let's see. I am right in here. Let's see. Oh, that one's like popped up out of the ground. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm so excited. Holy smokes. What the? I am so excited about this. Like, this is making my day. Look at this thing. It is as big as my head. Oh my gosh. Okay guys, so let's keep digging these. I mean, I am just stoked about these. I mean, look at that guy. Look at that. That is crazy. And that was only 2 out of this bed, so I gotta find a way to set this down where you can actually see what I'm doing, and we will keep going. Okay guys, let's keep digging. Let's see here. I got a little bit. So my goal has been for a couple of years, and I'm hoping that I have met it this year, is that for everything on our Thanksgiving table to have come from our own yard. So I really feel like that would just really give us something to be thankful about. And you know, sweet potato casserole, that is pretty big on our list of things that we like to have at Thanksgiving. So I mean, I'm definitely feeling like we're gonna have that side of it accomplished. We don't have turkeys, but what we do have are for Thanksgiving. But what we do have are some roosters that I've specifically been fattening up 6 actually. And my plan is well, I may still do like a turkey breast or something like that. My plan is to, actually do for each person to have their own roasted chicken. This one's a little gnarly, but it is huge. I can't tell. I think that is one. That is one big sweet potato. So, anyway, so that is a definite thing that has been on my list for several years, is to only make Thanksgiving dinner with things that we actually grew for the year. And, oh, the other thing I was going to say, I mentioned this earlier, is that when I went to, that I had something I was going to go back and plant in all of these raised beds, extra, that more so than what I usually plant, and why. And that is, I'm going to be planting back in the spot of where these sweet potatoes are, and the tomatoes, and everything else, are going to be things for salads, because, let me keep digging, I'm going to keep talking, sorry, let me move you around here. So, I'm planning on planting lots of salad greens, because for the last like 3 weeks, every time I go to the grocery store, we have 0 bags of any types of lettuce. There's no headed lettuce. Now, I come from a pretty small town, and I could drive somewhere else, I'm sure, and get those greens. But the point is, for whatever reason, one reason or the other, they will. Look at those that are coming up right now. Can you see those? Oh my gosh. And I actually poked it, and it's the biggest one. No. Oh gosh. Man, I wish I hadn't done that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I accidentally poked that one. I had no idea it was going to be so big. But these are huge. Even that one's a good size. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I know I keep saying oh my gosh, but like, I've never grown a sweet potato this good before, ever. Okay, so I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything in here. But what I'm coming back and planting here is going to be lots of leafy greens and carrots and garlic too. But the reason why I'm wanting to plant extra leafy greens is because for weeks our grocery stores have been totally out of any type of salad mixes. There's not been any salad, like even heads of lettuce, nothing, like absolutely nothing, no bags, nothing. So this went on for like 3 or 4 weeks, and I came home after the first week and they didn't have any, and I went ahead and planted a few like pots of lettuce. So I've had that. But I really want to go ahead and plant more, and whatever it be, whatever the reason be for that supply chain issue, I have no idea. But what I do want to say, take a minute to say, is that these supply chain issues, it's not like it's going to be a one-time thing. There's just how logistics work of moving product from one place to another. Once there's kind of like a traffic jam or a kink in the system, it's actually going to get worse over time. Like if you've ever seen like one little area of traffic, when it gets a jam, that initial area may actually be flowing again, but you will still be at a standstill, a mile and a half back. And this is going to be no different. I think we're actually going to see things start to kind of the snowball effect of it is just now going to start to really hit us. It's a really weird one. What? So I think that we need to be mindful of that and start to prepare now. And I think that this is going to touch everything. Everything will be affected by this. So I would suggest to go ahead and buy your seeds for next year. So that you can, because I really think we're going to be feeling the pinch of these supply chain issues come next spring, and really going to be feeling the pinch from the failed crops that have happened this year in the U.S. especially. And so you would do you good to get ahead of that whole issue. And I just want to encourage you to change your mindset when you walk into the store and you see that something's missing. Instead of just dismissing it or kind of tucking that away into your subconscious and pretending like everything is okay, we really need to be very mindful in everything that we're doing right now and realize that everything really isn't okay. You really need to be working on planning and growing as much as you can, and preparing for that and counteracting that. When I go to the store and I see they don't have lettuce, I come home and I'll plant lettuce. That is the mindset that in order to counteract these things that we're all going to have in order to stay ahead of the game. And so I just wanted to share that with you, encourage you to make sure that you are stocking up and that you're doing your best. I'm going to cure my potatoes and get these all hauled in. I'm excited about that. I'll show you here. Lots of big sweet potatoes. I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.